First, once you open Premiere, we set project, right? So once you open the Premiere, you click on new project. And before you ensure, you should make a folder. Inside the folder, you arrange your old images and all. You have to keep your old images inside this folder. Then we will be importing from the same folder only. So first you set a folder, click on new project, then where you want to save it, you browse and show this, browse. And I want this one on desktop. So desktop, select the photo slide. This is my folder. Select folder, then give a name for it. We're doing transition. So my name of the project is transition. Then project is loading. Project is open now. And I told you the project is the sequence is there. There are two things are there in Adobe Premiere. So project, we set it already. And the name is already showing over here. Then you need to create your project. So before I told you, here is the effects control, source monitor, audio effects and all, audio clip mixers and all over here. And this is your program monitor. Here will be visible the final result. And this is the timeline area. Here all the layers are here. Audio and video layers will be coming here. And project, here this is your project window. Here we're going to import your images and all. So from here, either you go to File, New and Sequence, or right click. No, sorry, you need to create from here, File, New Sequence only. File, New Sequence. You see, usually File, New, Page, Control, N is a shortcut. So here, sequence is a page actually, kind of like in designing software, when you say new page, same like here is a sequence. So you can create multiple sequence also. I'm going to show you today how can we create multiple sequence in one same project. So sequence. In sequence, there are a lot of presets are there. In any of the presets, you can go and check. When you're selecting any presets inside, it will be visible the content here. For example, what is the FPS? Frame per second, 29 frame per second is the, and what is the size of the video? 720 into 480. So similar, if you go to one by one, you can see different frame per second is a 25 and 30 frames. That is the maximum and minimum usually come. And this is the size 140 to 1080. Same like you can see 60 frame per seconds are here, 24, and this is the size also here. So you can check this general information. If it is fine, you can go with this one. Otherwise, you can create your own value from here, or you can choose from here also presets. You can see here, for example, if I choose this one, 19201080, 29 frame per second, this is also okay. Or you can go to custom, and you know what is your frame per second you need, 25 frame per second, and 19201080. Okay, horizontal and vertical. This is for the full HD. If it is normal HD, 1280 into 720 is the normal HD. So full HD size I chose 19201080. Keep always square pixel when you're making normal videos. Okay, otherwise we will use for widescreen and all some other things. Usually we use square pixel. Then you need to know only keep it 48 is fine. And ensure this 19201080 and 25 frames per second. So three things: 25 frame per second, the size is here, and square pixel. Then you press OK. Then your sequence is ready. And your sequence name, I didn't change it, right? The sequence name was the first. If you want to change it, you can go right click. And for time being, I'm doing rename. And my sequence name, I'm making flower. Flowers. Okay. This is my sequence name. In this sequence, when the sequence created, you can see your layers are open over here. You can see the top one V, it is written, this is video layer, which is A is written, which is audio layers. Okay. So here we want to import now the images. I told you some other method also. Import, right click and import, or file and import, or you can use Control I. Any of this method you can use. When you click this one, directly go to the folder, where we created the project slide. Why it is going there? Because we saved already our project over here. So you don't need to browse and check again. It directly will go to that folder. Now, which image you want? For example, I want this image, open it. Now this one come over here. Similar, you can create multiple also. Right click and import multiple files if you need, for example, one, hold the control button and import what are the it's already we imported. What are the images you need? Select that, all open. You can see all import over here. Or from the directly, you can drag and drop also. For example, this is your folder. From here, you want to import the image. Okay, you can directly select it, drag like this, and drop it here. Okay, already it is there, I can see. Now, when you open, you can see all images are here, and this is your sequence. You can see what is your sequence name you given. The same thing will be mentioned on over here also. That's why I told you can create multiple sequence here. We're going to do today one sequence on the flowers and another sequence also we're going to make it. Okay, so in this sequence, I have imported a lot of images. If you want to see these images in the landscape and in thumbnails, you can click over here, then it is visible. Or if it is in a list way, you can click over here. If you want to see what is inside these images, you can double click. And when you double click, which is visible over here, this monitor is called source monitor. Source monitor. And when we editing something, when you drag and drop here, which is visible here, that is called program monitor. So okay, you should remember the difference between this source monitor, which will show you the content inside is what. For example, I have drag and drop this one to here. Okay, now you can see. But if you want to zoom in, zoom out, you can press plus on the keyboard, only plus and minus. Okay. When I press space bar, you can see start to play. This is an image, of course, there is nothing to play over here, but the duration only, after duration, this will end. Now, if you want to go here, effects controller. So ensure if you are not able to get this same interface, you need to ensure from window, workspace, choose from here editing. It will be easy for you. Now it was in the color, but colors and editing is almost same. Or you can see on the top, you can see from here also you can choose. So you can get it the same window. Window, workspace, editing I choose. Okay. And otherwise you can change from here anytime. Effects. Okay, this way. Now again, I want to check here, double click here, you can see the source monitor come. We drag and drop, either you drag and drop. Usually we drag and drop from here. Okay, I told you when you want to import video, we're going to click this one. If you want audio, we're going to import from here, or everything we will be drag and drop from here. So I'll be discussing later about that and be discussing a video layers. Now we have image only, so no worry. Even you can drag from here also, or from here also is fine. And the next one, if I import it, double click, and from here also I can drag and drop like this. Okay, already a snap is on, that's why it is snapping over here. In sequence, you can see snap button, it is on. So this is on, that the reason when I take this image and near to this, automatically it will stick to the next one. And when you play from here, you see space bar, it's taking long time, right? One image is taking long time. I don't want this much. So you can see this is the toolbox. In this toolbox, the first one is called selection tool. Okay, like any other software. Using this one, if you keep your mouse on the end, you see it comes like a crop. So you can crop like this duration. Then take this one to here. So when you space, it's going to enter, the next one comes. So I can crop it like this. Now you see the size is bigger, I guess. So when you select this one, you can go to effects controller. If this effects controller is not here, you can choose any of these things from here. Even when you choose, sometimes by mistake, it may be closed. Okay. So if something happened like that, you need to go to window, effects controller. If by chance, if this is missing, what I'm talking about, if this is missing from here, close panel, it's gone. Even you choose already editing, sometimes this happens. So you can go to window and ensure effects controller you tick on. That will become. So when you select this image, you can see effects controller options are available. What is in the effects controller option? For motion, for movement, we have something. Scale, we have something here. Rotation, we have something here. Okay, this all individual property of this one. So see, this size is bigger. So when I selected and click on this motion, you can see the boundaries start to visible. If you want to increase and decrease this window size to see the outside also, you can see here there is a button. If you click this one, you can go to 10% now. Okay, 25%. This way you can, this is screen only. Okay, so at least I can understand my image is still here. So you go to scale value, you can scale like this, smaller. Just click and drag on this, or you can enter the value 50, enter like this, or increase like this. Okay, so for example, the size is not matching, so I want to scale it like this. Okay, now if you want, I can do fit. Or if you select from here the motion, you see the boundary, this bounding box is visible. So you can click over here, this bounding box. Manually also you can scale it. Manually also, now if I'm making this one to fit, if you keep I'm going to keep here, Now, if you keep my mouse on the corner, like Photoshop and all, you can rotate it. Okay. And the scaling horizontally, vertically not happening because there is an option here. We switch on uniform scale. So if I switch off it, I can do it horizontal, vertical. I switch on this back. We need to keep the proportion. Correct. If you want to rotate, even from here also can rotate. Scale can be do from here. And there is opacity here. You see there is a blue color. That means there is a keyframe. We're going to discuss now. So for time being, I don't need any keyframes. Ensure I have not given anything here. This all are blank. If you keep like this, which is called, this is blue color. That means there is some keyframe may be coming over. So ensure you have not given any keyframe for time being. And this opacity, you can increase and decrease it. You know, opacity is transparency. Okay. This is a basic property about an object you need to, about an image or video you need to know. Because this one, we're going to play with a lot of keyframe animations over here. So you need to ensure you know everything. Okay. Now, how to zoom in, zoom out from the timeline is plus and minus. Okay. See, when I'm here, zoom in, zoom out, then only we'll understand exactly. When you press play, space bar, it will play, or you can play from here also. To finish. This size also I want to adjust it. So scale it a little bit. Okay. And third one I want to import. This is the third one. I want to check what it is. Double click and see from here. Drag and drop here. Okay. If you want same, we can keep on the top layer and then adjust the same size because manually we are adjusting. This is also I want to keep same. Okay. 2 here, 3 here I need. Fourth one on the top. Okay. And I'm going to scale it. Okay. So first I want to see these all images. When I right click and properties from here, these all images are same size. In the details, you can see 5483 into 3655. We'll check the size now. There is small difference. You know why I was checking? If it is exactly same size, the transitions and all we can copy. There is small differences there on this image. So it is little hard. If it is same image, it's easy to copy the transition from one place. Transition means the keyframes and all. Okay, so it's fine. So we understood that the image size are not correct, not same. We have the image, and we manually scale it. Okay. I think we have used this. Duration, I want this till here. I think I need a little bit before, a little bit more. Will be bigger I'm making because I want to keep some transition. See, I kept on top of this, then I'm fixing the same duration because of the snap. When you keep on the top, exactly it will be doing the transition. I mean, it will be snap to the start and end. The scale size is here. Okay, fine, this one. Keep here. Right. Flowers. We will keep this also in flower. Right. So this many images. See in the top, you can see this is your time. See, this is seconds now, 20 seconds and more than, if I zoom it here, you understand, around 23, 24 seconds is this whole video if I'm rendering, because this is the duration will be visible here. This is seconds, okay? See, one image is taking almost 3 to 3.8 seconds. See, the time is visible over here, 3.8 seconds approximately. Okay. I have done this. You see how all the images are perfectly doing, timing is keeping same. because we manually set it. Now, what I need to do some default transitions. In Adobe Premiere is giving some default transition for images and video. So how are we going to get it? It is in the Effects tab. If this Effects tab is not here, ensure again go to Window and Effects. By chance, if it is missing, in Window Effects, or shortcut is Shift+7. So Effects is here. In this Effects, you see Lumetric preset. This is presets are the which we are downloading and using usually, or some of the default presets available here even, but which is not belongs to video only, which is not belongs to images only. Lumetric also, which is changing for colors and all. There is something here, you can see cinematic, film stock and all this. So overall color tone to set it we are using. For time being, we don't need any audio effects in Adobe Audition. We have studied already how to do audio effects, and also similar many audio effects are here. Audio transitions between two audios when you are keeping near to near. So we want to see proper transition from one audio to other. So we use audio transition. Video effects, it includes some effects on the video color changing, video change to black and white, and video blur you want to make it, and distort the videos, etc. This video means video or images, both places you can use. And this is video transition. So this is like between one video finish or one image finish. When between that, if you want to put a transition, we use video transition. It's very easy. Same like any other editing software, here also available. We will be drag and drop over here. Nowadays, I think most of the people knows that you're editing in your mobile, right? There are a lot of small applications available. So everybody know basics of editing this. The same way here also we are doing. Now, for example, this is all a different category. The 3D motion is the category. When you go inside, you can see cube spin. This is one of the transition. How can you drag and drop? You drag from here and drop between this. Okay, you can keep to one side over here, or you can keep to other side over here. So, but I prefer to do on the between the center. Now, when I space, you understand. There's a transition happen like this. Okay, so when you select this one, you can see this is the property of this one. How long it is taking, the duration is what, from where it is cutting. This is start at cut. Okay, so this you see from here it is not happening. This side it is happening, and this is end. So here end of this. But I like to prefer center. So it affects to the both images. So you get this much more idea when we dealing with video. Now it's an image, so you don't understand much when this is starting and ending, because this is a still frame. There is not any changes happens on the end. Okay. Similar like flip over is another one. We drag and drop here, and when I play and check. Okay. So in the background you can see some gray color coming. So when you click over here, you see is there any property box over here? What it is given, show actual source. When you go to custom, we have something you can see here, fill color. So if you want to fill this one to some other color, so that will be the background color. So how can I do it? Select this. So any of the transition, if you have taken, you want to see is there any other extra property, you need to select the transition, go to custom, then you see the property box. So similar, you have to check over here, is there anything available or not? So I want to do darker color, so it can be also darker color. If I don't want this transition, how can I remove it? Select only the transition here. See, this is I've selected the image. This one I selected the transition only. So select and delete it. I don't want that. I go to dissolve and check. This one mostly is using for video only, but do it additive dissolve. This look nice over here between. Depends on the video what it is. Okay. And cross dissolve, which we commonly use everywhere. This is the normal dissolve, like one to other. You know, this is opacity less to the next one, right? So this is in almost movies and all we are using from one scene to other scene when it is moving. This transition will be using. Okay. So this is called cross dissolve. We have to remember this name because this is standard transition, because we know this kind of transitions and all, we're not going to use it everywhere, right? This is this kind of transition or flip over and all. Flip over is not here now, right? Cube spin or flip over. Similar kind of transition we will be using for some wedding albums and all. But as a standard transition, additive dissolve we can use it, or cross dissolve we can. But cross dissolve is most widely is using everywhere as a standard transition between the video, between the images and all. So this is cross dissolve. For this cross dissolve, there is a shortcut. for this cross dissolve, which is Control D. Control D. How can I get it? Just select this two. Then if you press Control D from here, automatically cross dissolve will come. So cross dissolve is shortcut Control CTRL plus D. Control plus D. Okay. So how can I do it? Just one more time. I select and delete. Select these two clips. It should be near. Okay. For example, I'm going to do like this. Now the cross dissolve happen like this. So one will be ending over here, then second will be starting over here. But if you connected this together, then only it's going to come between. If there is a small gap also, it won't happen. Okay. If I have an individual image like this, okay, or video like this, when I select and do Control D, you know what happened? The starting also will come like this, ending also will come like this. This is a single one, it's individual. Control Z. Okay, so Control D is a shortcut I told you only for this because it's a standard transition. So similar, if you go to, there are many other things, dip to black. When I keep here, you see one goes to black, then we'll come to the next one. Dip to white, white to the next one. Similar, so because many of the things here, it is more suitable for, this is film dissolve, suitable for videos and all. So you can check which is most suitable it is and which you want to do it for your video. For example, this iris, and this all a standard one, which you can use it even it's okay. But you see this iris box and all, when you drag and drop on top of this, you can see it will overlap. This is iris box. The next one, iris cross here. Diamond. Round. Okay. Now I want to make this transition faster or slow. Can you see this transition happen? How? I want to make this one faster or slow. So what I can do, select this one, and you see the duration over here. You can increase the duration from here if you click and drag. Or we don't want to go over here. From here itself, you select the transition. You keep your, can you see your mouse when you're reaching to this end, it is changing. So this one you can increase it, or you can make it smaller now. So it will be very faster now. So the transition speed, if you want to increase and decrease, either you go over here or manually from here, you can increase it and decrease it. Okay. Similar, there are many. If you don't want, I told you already, you can select that and delete it. Similar, there are many page peel. You can go to page peel, drag and drop. When you do page peel, is there any property of this one? Select this one. There is something. Reverse is the here. You can reverse it from other side. Okay. And slide. This all are like push. Move from one to other. Slide it from here. This way. Split. I delete it. I drag and drop. This. Split. Okay. This kind of stuff. And wipe, which is better than that. Wipe. And wipe maybe here like this. And those. Okay. I think you can take one by one and check. I don't want to show you all. This all we say in short movie and all, you know, after 1 minute, after 2 minutes, like after 1 hour. So similar kind of subjective transition can be used. Gradient wipe, when you drag and drop here, you can see some property box will come. How much detail you want. When you press OK, you understand. Now this comes like this. Okay. So this particle means this small element over here when the transition happens. That one, if you want, you can decide to make more softness. Softer. Otherwise, it will be harder. Okay. The custom, when you click, also you get it. Go to. It's very hard now. You can see. Otherwise, it will be softer. So similar kind of transition is okay. It's available over here. Now the split I don't want. I'm going to delete it and check from here something insert. I'm going to come like this. Okay. So when you select this insert, you have an option over here to do reverse if you want. You can do it reverse. So this way can come. And we have an option to give border width. So we'll check. I want to do a border. Choose a color. Got something happened to this. I got error. It closed now. Okay. So let me open Premiere. Okay, transition is the, we'll open again. There's nothing over here, right? Everything has gone. So we will see if you open this file, there is an option called AutoSave. AutoSave. Okay. When you go open, automatically save something. Okay. It will take 439, I think it is saved. Let me open and check, is there anything saved there or not? Yeah, you understand. So I didn't save this one, automatically close. So, except this few things, I got back. How can I get it? It got error. Then in the desktop, in the same file, when you create like this, you can see there is one folder will create automatic. Okay, auto save. There is one more thing is going to come later, auto preview. So when the video comes, that will come. So if you, this one automatically it is saving over here. After some time, it will save it. Then in the settings, you can adjust this one. So I opened that and I got this, many of the things back. So we continue again with, I'm going to close this. Let me check in the editing. Right. Effects, video transition. So this we were doing. So I like to do it in the wipe, gradient, we did it. Paint splatter is one another. Okay. And maybe wipe can we do some error. Let me give a save over here. Save it. Open again. Send this file. Some display issue happened. See, when we lost the file now, so we took auto backup. Just tell you how can I do that. Edit in preferences. There is auto save. Okay, auto save. And here you can see every 15 minutes. So if you want, you can make this one to 10 minutes. Every 10 minutes, you want to do an auto backup. You can set that. So automatically system will keep a backup. Okay, so you don't lose any of the file. Now go back. So when we were doing something, that time we lost, it was transition, effects, video transition, and we have I think between random wipe. And I select this, the border will clear. Check this one. White color. See the border I have set over here. Okay. So this here I have given a line. How I given a line? Select here. In this effect, there was an option below which was border width. So I want to make to 10. See this the size of, I mean the stroke size is 10 now. So similar, most of the transitions you can see this kind of effects, I mean properties here. If you can find the properties, you can give that. Okay, you can check the reverse opposite, but you see which one you need that. Similar, when you go here, you can see the last zoom. It's also good, which you use it, cross zoom. And last, we want to dissolve. So what was the shortcut? Control D. So I press Control D. So this is what I have done now using this transition. And not only this, few more transitions either is here. Maybe paint plus right delete. Paint splatter right delete here. Then in video effects also there is an area called transition. This also you can use it. Okay, block dissolve. But when you use this one, you can see when I'm using this one, it's not coming like this. There is a difference from this transition. So I will show you here with a separate. image. Okay, see, when I want to do transition for this using video transition, it is different. The detailed keyframe and all I will discuss later, but for time being, see what I did it. Video transitions, we have taken everything. And go to video effects. There is transition here. Transition. This one, when I drag and drop, for example, I'm going to choose gradient white. When I do, can you see it's happening somewhere here? So this property actually coming over here. So this one you have to do like this. Drag. Maybe instead of gradient, I want to take something radial linear white. It's easy to understand. It's not coming start or end from here. So wipe angle, if you want, you can adjust it. Feather, if you want, you can adjust it. But this one, if you want to animate this one, you need to do a keyframing. You need to do a keyframing. So I'll discuss again how to do keyframing later. So then we can use this. So this is also part of transition. It's also part of transition. Okay, linear wipe. Okay, so remaining all, it's coming under video transition. Similar kind of many transition plugins which you can download from internet, and in that can be come over here, and that presets we can drag and drop. Now one more thing to conclude this one, how to save this one. Okay, so I want to save this one as a video. So till end you need here, and I didn't add any audio. Audio we'll discuss later. So till here, if you need, there is I and O shortcut. I means in. Okay, O means out. O means out. O in. So starting from here. Okay, so you can see from which area. Maybe you kept some other images and all over here. So you don't want to get that also to render. You want from here to here only. So I and O. So actually you don't need to do I will take automatically from starting. O you can do to end. O. Mark in, mark out. Marker, mark in, mark out. Okay, so this area I want to render now as a video. So what are the settings for this? Okay, now we maybe keep some audio over here, maybe some other images on top of this. We may add text effects and all. But that all we can add later. Go to File, Export Media. File, Export Media. File, Export Media. And go to a new window now. In this window, you see on the top, there is a format over here. There are many formats here which you can export it. AVI is one of the formats which is familiar. And H.264 is actually, this is using for MP4, okay? And JPEG sequences, sequence by sequence, you can export it. We don't need now for time being, we use for animation. When we importing from 3D software like 3ds Max and all, we will be exporting like sequences, maybe JPEG sequences, Targa sequences and all. So that time, sometimes here, small element, we need to export as sequences and all. So even you can use for that. And if you want only audio, MP3 will be exporting. Only PNG sequences without background. QuickTime, we are using for MOV. QuickTime results, if you need MOV extension, if you need, we'll be choosing MOV from here. So what is most familiar and most useful? We always use H.264. So we are doing in H.264, which is using for MP4. We can upload. You can upload in YouTube. You can play from most of the players, including in your mobile and all. If you send through your WhatsApp and all, this extension will work. But some other extension may not be able to play in all devices. So H.264 is MP4. When you choose from here H.264, you can see it is written that .mp4. That means this is the extension. And it is saying over here match source file. What was the match source file means? It is matching with what you set it in the sequence. Okay. Either you can keep like this. So when you do video and all, we will be trying to use any of the presets from here. What is the presets? You can see everything have different presets. Android, they're given some presets. And Android tablet have different presets given. Apple iPad, iPhone has given something. And HD has given like this, HD. Some size are here. And most probably you might be using, for example, YouTube. Okay, maybe YouTube you need something. So I like to prefer now YouTube 1080, but even you can use this or any of the things from here, but ensure what you have given 25 frames per second here also should be 25. I use this 1080 only. You see what are the settings is coming. 1920 was my size, so this is also 1920, and you can see here is the 1920 and 25 frames per second. So I like to prefer YouTube YouTube 1080, but this is okay if you choose the Android is there. You can choose that this Amazon is there. You can choose this normal HD is there, but you have to ensure your size is correct and your frame size is correct. This both are okay, then fine. And ensure your export video, audio and on. If you have audio also, you need to ensure this is on. But default, this is on only. You don't need to do anything. Only H.264 and choose this preset also. Done. Then nothing more to do. And here is an option. Sometimes we switch on this use maximum render quality to get good quality. But I personally have never seen much big difference on it. Okay. So when you come down over here, you have nothing to do, only this two only. But here I want to say that we are using for some other settings. We'll use it when you're exporting the video to get a little bit better quality. And VR video and all, you can see virtual reality videos, and for some settings we're going to use later, but otherwise nothing more. And here you need to export it. So where you are exporting this one, this location where we only see desktop administrator in Flowers, because where I set my project is going to come there. You ensure you can see this. Here is a desktop in photo slide. So you want to get in the photo slide if you want, you can go inside. And what is the name of your video you need? Flowers is okay, or you want to change it, you change it, save. So I repeat again what I did it. Once I open, I explained that all, but practically when you're doing file export and media, then go to H.264, and from here I like to prefer now YouTube, or you can choose Android tablet also, no problem. Even if you choose this is also fine. 25 frames per second is okay. 1920, 1080. Okay, either this or YouTube, but you prefer what is the sequence you have given. That's all. And where you want to save it, you click on this output name again, and you see in the desktop photo slide what is the name of the video you need. Give that, save it, export it. Now it's exporting as video. It's only 5 images and 5-6 transitions only. So it won't take much time. But if you have a video like more than 2 minutes, 3 minutes, or 10 minutes, 20 minutes and all, as per the time going to take long. Depends on how many layers you're using, depends on how much quality of video you have used. Okay. If you have only one layers, like now in one video layer only you have images, so it won't take much time. Maybe we'll use many layers also on top of it. So that time it may take a lot of time. See, it is almost finished. Then we going to play and check it is okay or not. And ensure you try to install in your computer VLC player. VLC player. Okay. See here. This is, I can play in VLC player only. When you double click, it will play. Or you can see play with the VLC. So it's playing. This was the transitions which we have done.